This is what this show is. We have no idea why we do this or even have a show. I'm moving in like some kind of delayed motion. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah. How are you, Claire?
I'm chilling at home during quarantine, so.
All right. I'm so fucking thrilled to do this show. It really just makes my life better. I gotta tell you, it's such a fucking fantastic thing, and it's great to have you. As you can tell, I'm being sarcastic. I'm
Yeah,
kind
it's
of.
scary.
You
I get
picked
it.
up on that. I'm kind of to my wits' end with this whole fucking stupid thing. Guests can't get in. The show doesn't start on time. You know, it's just a fucking mess. But I'm glad you're here. Because if you weren't here, I'd just be talking to myself. So thank you for joining me.
I should let you spiral.
No, yeah, I've already spiraled. I spiraled before you got here.
Oh, okay. Only one a
Yeah.
day.
Yeah. So I'm just going to introduce you, and we'll start talking. And if our other guest makes it, that's great. And if not, that's fine too.
Okay.
My guest, this beautiful woman who's joined me, is she's a writer. She's a comic. She's based out of Chicago, which is where I'm from. And she was in Yippee Fest Chicago. Did I say that right?
Yeah.
And she's terrified of the ocean. Please give a big, silent, warm applause for my beautiful friend Claire Hawley.
Prayer.
Did I say Claire?
I heard it.
Claire.
You corrected it, but I heard it.
And the other guest couldn't make. She's like a plane that can't quite get off the tarmac.
No, we just keep getting.
So Claire, let's just start with your terror of the ocean, because I would have hung out with you when you were here had you not been so terrified of me living near the ocean.
I just don't like the ocean. I don't fuck with it.
Right, but I don't live in the ocean. I don't live on the ocean. Is close to the ocean freaks you out? Like, does seeing the ocean freak you out?
No, I can like be on the sand.
So you were just using the ocean as a reason to not come visit me when you came to LA?
No, when I was in LA, I was partying. It was my 21st birthday, and I don't even remember.
You know what? You did invite me to your 21st birthday.
Oh, so you didn't show up?
I didn't show up.
Okay. So.
But you also invited me. You also invited me, to be fair, like as the party was just beginning.
Well.
So I didn't have any like. It wasn't like, hey, I'm gonna be in LA in a few days. I'm gonna have a party. Come.
It was just party now. Show up.
Right, and that's the way people party. That's partying etiquette.
Right. You say, I'll be there in 10. You actually show up 2 hours later. And that's how it is.
Yeah, I think I did if I can recall. When was your birthday?
My actual birthday?
When was the party?
The party was 28th or 29th of February.
Okay, so we were kind of just about to be in lockdown.
Yeah.
Okay. I believe I texted a friend and said, hey, if you can come get me, there's this party. So I do think I tried to get to your party.
Damn. Well, next time, when I move to LA, I'll hit you up.
When's that plan?
I'm not sure. Maybe at the end of this lease. I still have to figure it out.
You're a 1-year lease?
Yeah, my lease here is up April 1st.
So what do you think of Chicago? Tell us about it.
Chicago's a beautiful city, first of all. It's so big, so different from Las Vegas, which is where I'm originally from. There's definitely, I'm looking out my window right now, there's way more green than I would have seen ever growing up in Las Vegas. It's beautiful, it's big, there's trains, I hate driving too, that's another fear, but it's just absolutely beautiful. It's great for comedy. It's a little bit, in my eyes, it's a little bit more improv oriented, but it's just a great city, yeah.
That's cool. That's cool. And you haven't had to live through a major winter there yet.
No, and I'm not looking forward to it either.
Rochelle, can you hear us? Rochelle, can you hear us? Okay. So anyway, Yes, Chicago's an awesome city. How's the stand-up? Talk to us about the stand-up in Chicago a little bit.
The stand-up in Chicago is great because it is like third biggest city in America, I think it is. So there's definitely way more comics than I was used to coming out of Las Vegas, which is a very small city. So there's just a bunch more people to get to know, way more spots to hit. It's really active.
Oh, so it's a big, okay, so Las Vegas is a pretty substantial comedy scene, though.
Yeah, but not as substantial as like a New York or an LA or Chicago.
Or Chicago.
Is what I was meant to say. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you feel like you've come to a place where you can maybe grow creatively better than Las Vegas?
Definitely, and like just the change of scenery and everything like that. Definitely.
Okay.
When you grow up in one place your entire life, you need a little shake up.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm from Chicago, but I started my comedy career when I was in college because I went to college in Florida, and I started doing stand up in Orlando, Florida, basically in Orlando, Florida. Okay, let's see if we can hear her. Hey, can we hear you? Can you hear us? We can see you.
I can hear you guys.
Okay. Stay where you're at. Don't change anything and sit tight because this is Claire, and Claire and I are having you have your moments where you pop in are right in the critical moments of our conversation.
I know. Oh gosh.
That's your timing. That's your comic timing. So I started in Florida and when I was in college, and it was very small. There were 2 open mics. There were full-time comedy clubs. It was very different. There weren't that many comedians, but there were full-time comedy clubs everywhere. The big full-time comedy clubs hadn't started shutting down. It was like mid-90s. And but there were like 2 open mics. You could go to one, and then you could drive it was once a week, and you could drive like 60 miles to the next open mic if you wanted to do 2.
Was it uphill?
Uphill both ways.
Both ways? Yeah.
But, when I moved to LA, I noticed even in the Southeast, I started touring as a feature. And what we're going to do, by the way, is we're going to put a picture up of me, and we're not going to even see any of this shit. So don't worry about this strange, slow thing that's going on. Anyway, and when I moved to LA, it was like I could be more creative and do more bizarre shit on stage because California was full of like more intelligent people. And that brings me to my next guest who just appeared. I'm going to give her intro. She is in California. She's an up-and-coming comic. She's a writer. She's a voice actor. She's an artist and a singer. Give it up for Rochelle Hallburn. How are you, Hallburn?
I'm doing all right, just avoiding people like the actual plague. So it's been fun. I wash my hands a lot. I might not have skin left. So
really, are you that afraid?
Honestly, because I do get sick easier than a lot of people. So I have been taking a lot more precautions than probably most people. So
right, and you have a kid and they pick up a lot of germs and shit. So you don't look like you have a kid. You look like you're like 20.
Thank you so much. I am almost 30. So
Holly, you're like 20, aren't you?
I'm 21.
21. So you guys are like
birthday party.
I love calling people by 21. Sorry, that's the copious amounts of drugs I did at 21 coming back. Yeah. So yeah, but you look like a kid, and I love calling people by their last name. And Hallburn is a great last name. That's why I call you Hallburn.
I'm totally fine with it. I've been called pretty much every kind of nickname. That's actually fun fact about Rochelle. I'm technically like it's my married name. So because I was married a while back, because that's how fucking actually old I am. I'm almost 30. I've been married. I got a kid. You know what I mean?
That's how you got the kid.
Yeah, exactly. It was with my husband. So
This show is
my
full of
maiden-
informative shit. I just want the audience to know. We will help you understand a lot of things.
learning about people all the time. It's great. But yeah, and so my maiden name is Ferrier. It's very fancy, very
It's just
French.
water.
It's exactly the same spelling except for with an F instead of a P. So
Well,
yeah.
yeah.
So that's me.
So tell us how you're in Hemet, California, right?
Yes, Meth Town, USA. And it's fun too because my name is Rochelle, which literally means small rock, and I live in the town that is most known for methamphetamines. So
So you gotta represent.
yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I've never done, I mean, you know, I smoke a lot of weed, you know what I mean? But I've never done anything like harder than marijuana and some occasional drinking.
Well, it's you're in the perfect place to start.
I know if I wanted to, man, I could big like Breaking Bad it up out here. Like
You could. You should look into it.
it's
That'd be
bad.
really fun.
It's
Claire,
real bad.
Claire, what are your recreational drugs?
What was that?
Since I've been in quarantine, mostly I just smoke. But if I'm out when it's normal out, I'll snort a little coke. Definitely drink champagne, no matter the occasion. But
Like Christoph.
no, yeah, no. But that's basically it. I don't do psychedelics or anything because my brain is so bad. Like I have such bad depression and stuff. I won't touch it.
Let's go into some embarrassing stories of a partying days. I'll be last because I'm the oldest, so I have the most stories probably. I mean, maybe not, but let's start with Rochelle. Can you share any of your did you maybe you got arrested or you flashed somebody? I don't know.
No, I've never been arrested. You know, knock on wood. Fuck, especially right now. Shit. No, I've never been arrested or anything like that. I'm a fairly good noodle. I keep my friends out of the trouble, but I always seem to gravitate towards people who get into the shenanigans. So I almost dated a porn star once. That was a weird time. I met him through some people that I knew through Facebook, and he was just, he worked for like Brazzers or however the fuck you say it, and Reality Kings and stuff like that. And I hit him up and I was like, hi, that's a really cool profession. Do you want to tell me everything about it immediately? And he was like, oh, totally. And he asked me to get coffee, and he was actually a really nice human being. But
well, he's getting laid all the time, of course.
He's really nice.
You know what I mean? So, but I could not cope, and it was a weird thing. But I did have one of my most prized moments in my life, where I actually made a male porn star blush by objectifying him. So that's something I could take to the grave.
What did you say?
I don't remember specifically, but it was something about his meat, something to that degree. It was just very blunt, very something about your dick. And then, yeah, he blushed full blown, oh, it was beautiful. I felt so proud.
Well, the porn community must have really created a very caring space for him, for that to make him blush.
It's just because of how he said it's because of how direct I was about it. I was not shy or anything. It was just bam, yo dick,
You are, and she is very, very direct, because we've had some, we've gotten to know each other a bit on social media leading up to this, and I'm not going to divulge any details, but she's been very blunt with me. So, and I'm no porn star. So Claire, what do you have any wild party?
No, nothing out of the ordinary. I just pass out in public a lot, so I don't know.
That pretty qualifies. I'd say that qualifies.
It's my signature move, kind of. So.
It is your signature move.
Not to brag or anything, but.
Not to brag.
I love how there's so many of them. You just go, this is what I do. This is my move. You're not like you have many seasons of all-star work in passing on in public.
Oh yeah, no, I remain pretty stable. I like things to be stable, so.
Okay, you like to be in control, sort of.
I'm a major control freak. That's why I was on the ocean.
That's a good. Okay, so Hallburn, are you a control freak? Are you the opposite? Big time.
Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what happens when you're smarter than everyone else. You know what I mean? You're just like, I know better. Of course, I want to be in control. You know, but
You're
that's
not
just
smart enough to keep control.
No, that's called alpha.
Hey man, I've maintained my bubble, all right?
I think it's the alpha mindset.
It's just a mindset. Is that what you said?
Yeah, it's the alpha mindset.
Alpha mindset. So we're all three alpha people.
Who's gonna mount who?
Who's going to be the submissive in this orgy is the question.
Okay, sex-wise, the true power of being submissive is giving that person the power to do whatever they want to you. So
Yeah, that's time
in
to
that way, I maintain my control. So
I'm happy with that. I'm happy with that. So yeah, I'm blushing now.
I'm
A little
succeeded.
bit, yeah. That's a little bit of sunburn from the ocean.
Ooh, lucky. I'm in Hemet. The
I
closest
know.
thing I have is a doughboy pool in my backyard. So.
Well, as many times I've invited you to the ocean, you're welcome to always join me here.
Oh shoot!
Yeah,
I may take you up on that since
that's
we're
a
all going to die anyway.
It's a public, we might as well die in each other's company. Claire will never visit me because I can see actually the Pacific Ocean from just looking just over the computer. The Pacific Ocean is basically right out my window.
I
You're
might
a
get
dirty hooker.
but I don't think so.
Yeah, Claire will not fuck with that. I want to get into that because that's fascinating, like a fear of the ocean like that. That's
Oh no, because it's big and full of scary shit. Like that's pretty plain to see. Like why somebody be afraid.
Only
Wait, say that again because you cut out just for a second.
Only 30% has been discovered, and I'm not gonna find out the other 70%. That's not my job.
Yep. 10 out of 10 sea monsters. At least one kraken. You know what I mean?
You know there's some giant shit. You know there's some fucking gnarly prehistoric shit down there.
You know what's funny, Lolli?
Yes,
I'm
it
trying to
washes
get
up
here, and you're putting it back in my brain right now. That's what's funny.
Good,
That's
Inception.
It's a justifiable fear, and don't you let anybody tell you it's not.
Let's call it marine inception.
okay.
I don't actually think in the years that I've lived here that I have been in the ocean. I don't think I've been in the fucking ocean, but it's not for a fear of the ocean. It's for a disgust of pollution is why I don't go in, because it's so fucking polluted here. It's not like
pretty
being
gross.
What?
It is pretty gross.
Yeah, but people go out there and surf and shit. And to Claire's point, a guy went into the ocean. You know this, right? You guys read this, right, on the news?
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh,
Which
boy.
horrifying thing?
Yeah.
I lost track.
Okay, two things have happened since the pandemic. One guy got eaten by a shark. And then another guy, a professional wrestler, went out in Venice with his kid, and the kid came back, but the dad never came back. And his body, like 2 days later, washed up in the ocean. You read about that, right?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
It's because the ocean's scary and it will eat you. And like that's why I'm like, I'm cool. I do like to touch on the ocean. Like I like to go to the beach. I like to touch on the ocean, and then I like to leave, like a safe distance away from the ocean.
No, I went. The last time I went, I was this close to getting in and getting over my fear. And then right when I was stepping in, I saw a stingray, like right in the shallow end, and I was like, no.
It's a sign that you shouldn't be in the damn ocean. Like,
are you sure it was a stingray? I mean, come on.
I'm not a marine
Steamer
biologist.
the fuck out of you, dude.
It could have been a plastic bag.
It wasn't a plastic bag. I'm not like that dumb.
I don't know. Some of those like organic produce plastic bags could definitely double as a stingray, like a farmer's market plastic bag.
I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to be like I'm smarter than I am, but I know it wasn't a plastic bag.
Okay. Well, better safe than sorry. Better safe than sorry. Oh my gosh, Claire, your ocean fear could fill an hour of my show. I mean, I enjoy it so much. I really enjoy people who are afraid of shit I'm not afraid of. That's something that gives me like a comic. It tickles my funny bone.
Mm-mm. No, because it's weird because I'm not scared of like the sharks. I'm not scared of that stuff. It's the stuff that I don't know about. Like sharks, I think are like super cute. Like I wouldn't play with one, but I think
they are cute.
Right, but one just ate a fucking guy. Like,
and he probably deserved it.
Gotta eat, man. Like, what are they supposed to eat? When we gonna make them vegan? What? Like,
well, since the pandemic, they haven't had a lot of people out there. You know, they might be looking for extra people.
Right? Maybe that's their favorite food. You know what I mean? And I can't blame them. We probably are delicious. You know?
Well, Steven Spielberg would agree with you.
No, I think it's their treat for cheap day.
He made Jaws. That was my little movie joke. So yeah, this delay. You know, this delay on me is like a metaphor for my social and sex life. It reminds me just choppy, weird. I have to look at you. As long as I don't look over at myself. You know, I stopped doing drugs at like 28 years old. And that's like what I felt like when I was high all the time, you know?
Zoom screen?
Like a fucked up glitching Zoom screen, like a Matrix kind of shit. So you guys have been comedians for how long? Claire, you first.
Just 2-3 years.
Okay. Rochelle?
1 year.
Oh my gosh. So audience, I don't just have on seasoned veteran comedians, and I don't just have on famous people. I also have on new blood. We need new blood. You don't have
just famous people. You have randos like me.
A what? What did you call yourself?
A rando.
Like a random human.
Oh,
that you just found to put on your show, you know?
Rando. That is definitely some language from a new generation.
Yeah, there you go. I forget, you know?
In my life, you're not a rando. We have shared intimate discussions and other shit.
We have, Steve. We have.
Yeah, so you're not a rando. You're a rando, but the audience need to know the randos. They need to have the new.
How else are they gonna find out how fucking awesome I am?
Exactly. Otherwise, they're just gonna be sitting in front of boring John Mulaney videos, watching people who look like accountants who were asked to tell jokes at their company party. And we need
I love real John Mulaney, but I will take it.
We need edgy, new, you know, attractive women, and unapologetically sexual. Both of you are.
I do like fucking, yeah.
I don't know. I'm on a lot of Zoloft, and that just really kills libido. I don't really.
Dude, so you just got to take vitamins and work out more. To be blunt with you, like I'm on Zoloft as well. Just got on it for the last 3 months or so. # mental health, right? And it's awesome, and I love it. But I noticed a drop in mine as well. And then exercising and taking more vitamins helped balance that back out. So
exercise and vitamins. Exercise and vitamins. Is that what you're saying?
Sexercise. Yeah.
What vitamins?
Yeah.
So I take right now. I'm taking these ones that are for they're for lady business. They're called Flow.
You can just gas station pills.
Tell us what the fucking vitamins are, please.
They're gas station pills. They're gas station pills.
Gas station pills.
No, I wish they had fucking gas station pills for lady libido. Are you fucking kidding me? No, they're these ones that I found on the internet because that's all I do now is I work out, I tattoo myself like real prison, you know, and then I just shop online.
I saw some of those tattoos. Okay, wait now. Because we're getting to the bottom of something here. Sometimes important information is exchanged in the no idea zone. It's called the no idea zone, but we're actually like, this is
Maybe
important
somebody-
shit. If you're on Zoloft and your sexual libido is low, you
Yes.
can take pills, you can take vitamins. We don't know exactly what kind because Hallburn won't tell us exactly what kind.
Whoa. They're for period shit. Like they're to make you like not have period mood swings and stuff. I'm doing a fucking service by taking these vitamins, or you
Okay,
guys would
so
all hear.
Men on Zoloft, this is not a solution for you.
This is not for you. No,
This is
no,
for
I can't help you
Claire
get your
and
dick hard, except for
Claire.
in that way.
Claire, you got something out of this podcast other
I
than
know.
other than just 23 old Jewish women finding out your name and face. You also found out, and many other people will find out through the no idea zone, that you can get horny on Zoloft if you just exercise and take some vitamins.
Manifest.
You gotta manifest your libido again. I have no problem with libido.
You gotta
Like, that's my...
visualize the dick. Visualize.
Now,
Right?
you must be getting pictures of randos, commandos. You must be getting randos going commando on you on social media. Both of you, I'm sure, are getting unsolicited appendages.
Not as many as I
Oh,
used to, and I wonder what I'm doing different.
Maybe it's the Zoloft.
I think it's
Oh no!
I think it's that I post my real personality online now, so not many people are into that.
What can you
Yeah.
share a little bit of that with us?
Oh, I'm annoying. I have ABD, which is annoying bitch disorder, so that no one wants that.
That'll do it. Yeah, that'll do it. Annoying bitch disorder. That might be the title of this episode.
That's what I have.
Annoying bitch disorder.
I think we're gonna get some extra viewers just on that title alone. You should coin that and do that and talk about
Actually,
that.
copyright, yeah.
Yeah, you should copyright that and trademark it. Annoying bitch disorder. That's the title of your first comedy special. That's
Yeah.
the title of an album. Maybe the title of your own podcast. But it's definitely going to be the title of this episode.
Oh, yes.
We got a title. Look at these creative people. Look at what I draw out of these horny Zoloft blocked.
Horny Zoloft women.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All kinds of gems, man. All kinds of gems.
Yeah, you're bringing the ABD out of some broads right now.
Do you guys have OnlyFans pages?
No, they rejected me.
So here's the deal. I want to make one, right? But my thing is like I saw this post where these guys were like, we should start turning these girls over to the IRS. So I have a solution for you guys, right? My plan is to make a church for all of the e-sluts, you know what I mean? And I'm going to call it the Thottistant Church, right? And
Protestant
you guys are
church.
Thottistant, like that hoe over there, thought, you know?
Mhm.
I'm going to call it the Protestant Church. You guys are all welcome to my baptism. We're gonna study the book of Rosie Psalm and her 5 sisters. My hand is so
Man,
inked up from all the
I cannot
ink.
believe you went there with that. You were on. Everyone was hanging on your every word there,
Yeah.
and you went
Yeah.
for a really cheap joke.
Yeah. Also, the book of Exodus only, Guide to Safe Anal Play. So, be sure
Because the book of Exodus, well, I think it's Genesis has all kinds of freaky shit, man. I mean, 2 daughters are sleeping with their dad to get pregnant.
the Bible's freaky as hell, and I kind of love the freaky factor to the Bible in the sense that like nobody really realizes how strange it really is.
Right.
Like,
Well, I don't know how much of the Bible you have read, but I have read a lot. And let's talk about the Bible just for a minute because I wanted to get into this. Like whatever, like people are all hung up on this, that, and the other, and political correctness. And whatever was going on in the ancient days what we're dealing with here is nothing compared to what these people were dealing with. Whatever was going on in Noah's time and in Sodom and Gomorrah, it was not homosexuality. It was like human sacrifice, blood drinking. I mean, they were doing, when they say wicked, they're not talking about cornholing.
Yeah,
They're talking about.
hours.
Yeah, they're talking
and
about
also,
some. Yeah,
like,
go ahead.
oh, sorry. It's so hard with the delay and the
I
lapse.
know. Go ahead. Go ahead, though.
So the whole thing that I like to remind people is like, number one, these were like the life expectancy for people was very short. So in grand scheme thinking, they were all teenagers, right? So like these are stories written and passed down by maximum 25-year-olds. You know what I mean? With no formal education, with no formal like medicinal science and things like that. I mean, there's no actual like physical science to explain natural, phenomena and things like that. So, I mean, I get why there's talking donkeys. Just don't tell me it's a real story. You know what I mean? Like,
well,
but that's
look,
my personal take on religion.
In Genesis, and people are living to like 130 and 250, and I mean, I don't know if it was really true, but I don't know, man. But yeah, you can't imagine if people didn't have medicine, they weren't living past 30 or 40. Like 60 years old was like elderly. 60 years old was, supernatural. Like people went to that.
Super old.
Yeah. So.
And who knows how they actually judged a year back then? Like, how do we know that that doesn't refer to moon cycles? How do we know that that doesn't refer to some other sort of means of measure? You know what I mean? So
well, that was the argument that in the Scopes Monkey trial. If you ever read the Inherit the Wind, in the Scopes Monkey trial, they were trying to. Oh, gosh. I mean, I'm gonna get off on a fucking tangent here that's never gonna get back. But basically, the lawyer, I think it was Clarence Darrow, argued that when God created the earth in 7 days, those 7 days could be 7 billion years. 7 days to God could be 7 trillion years to us. So, and that was how evolution was kept in a public school. That's actually a thing that actually happened in American history. They had to bring that into court in the South to keep the theory of evolution in public school.
That's wild. That's so wild.
So
it wasn't actually Clarence. That was actually Claire Hawley. I did that.
It was Claire Hawley that argued for that.
Yeah.
Claire, you're gonna have to get the exercise and the vitamins because we need you at full libido peak.
Visualize.
Yeah.
Visualize. Manifest it. Get it? Manifest it. That was.
You know what? I don't have any penis pictures, but I'm gonna take one and send it to you after the show.
Why?
Okay, I won't. I'm just fucking around.
You could send it to me.
Yeah.
I think I already have. I think I already have sent it to you. I sent you some provocative stuff, Hallburn.
You did. Likewise.
Yeah. Yes, likewise. That got me through like 2 full weeks, so thank you for that.
You're welcome. You're so welcome.
It's like I feel like it's message in a bottle. It's so lonely right now. It's and the women who want to sleep with me and are reaching out to me, I have to really, really be strong because I don't want to sleep with these women.
I know that exact feeling. I think that's how most women feel all the time. All these dudes want to sleep with me, but I don't want to sleep with any of them. What do I do? I just want someone to be nice to me.
That's
you too, Claire?
No, I said any hole's a goal.
Any hole's a goal. Another saying. There are sayings and titles coming out of this show that are.
I didn't make that one up, but it is any hole's a goal.
Oh,
I wish I made it up.
Who made that up?
I don't know. It's just like a common saying.
It's like a saying, yeah.
How have I never heard any of this shit? Randos, holes a goal.
You're not hip, Steve. You gotta get hip.
What was your? I really am not. It's the gray in the hair. What was your title? Deranged bitch syndrome?
Annoying bitch disease.
Deranged. Ooh.
Okay.
Deranged. I like it. Honestly, I like it a little bit better than annoying, man. That like hurts my feelings a little bit. I'm like, maybe I am annoying, but I don't personally identify as annoying, so.
Oh,
Well, it's all about what we identify as, right?
watching
So,
is really fun with the lag.
Man, this is horrible. Well, my friends, it's been a really wonderful conversation. We'll do this another time. This has been good. We'll do this another time. We have 251 remaining, so I don't want this to cut off. A lot of episodes. You guys actually watch the show, don't you?
I've seen a couple episodes.
Okay.
I saw part of an episode before I fell asleep.
Oh, great. That's really, that's the greatest testimony for the show ever.
Honest.
Claire's seen a couple.
Honest.
You guys are like, I appreciate that. But I want you guys to tell us, our little viewership, where they can find you and follow you. So let's start with Claire.
I'm on every social media. Twitter is SMDWMD, which stands for Suck My Dick Weapon of Mass Destruction. And my Instagram is hugh.heffer, HEFFER. And then my Facebook is my name.
Hallburn.
So you can find me on Facebook at Rochelle Hallburn. That's ROCHELLEHALLBURN. Or you can go on Instagram at Cocky Rocky Comedy. So find me on either. I got to get a Twitter still. I'm not that hip too. I am a little bit older, so I've got that going. That's why I fucked old dudes. So,
I'm on Twitter more often than I'm on anything else.
Yeah, I don't know what all the hubbub's about, so I got to get one so I could be a successful human. So.
Yeah,
I hate Twitter, but I'm glad that you're on there, Claire, because I don't know how to do Twitter. So when we promote this on Twitter, we'll have Claire sort of as our sort of bedrock.
Aficionado.
Yeah.
And Lolli didn't even follow me back on Instagram. I will say that before this ends. Didn't even follow me back.
Oh, I will. You have to direct me to do that because I hardly am on Twitter or Instagram. But I will. Yes, I will follow you. You just have to do that. You have to kick me in the ass like that.
Okay, just send me your username and password.
So for those of you on Instagram, we're less than a minute out. For those of you on Instagram or Twitter, if you want me to follow you, you have to send me a message or reach out to me directly because Facebook and YouTube are the only things that I fucking hate social media. I'm only using this so I can talk to Hawley and Hallburn. So
Holly Hallburn. That sounds like a porn star name.
Kind of.
Oh man, Holly Hallburn. Man, all kinds of shit is coming out of this. Okay, guys. Well, we're taking off now, but we'll see you on the next episode.